Yo, are you ready for the Aquarius full moon on Monday, August 19th? The day of the Democratic Convention? It's going to be wild. What's up, big people? What you doing? It's Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology with the poetry. So I am back with another transit series video. And today, I want to get you ready. We're talking about the Aquarius full moon, Leo season, on Monday, August 19th, the day of the Democratic Convention. It's an Aquarius super full moon, right? Which is going to be conjunct America's natal moon. It is conjunct Kamala Harris's Saturn in the 9th house. And the Leo sun is conjunct Trump's ascendant in the 1st house. We have a T-square with the Leo sun. And let me just say, it is going to be at 2:26 p.m. Eastern, 11:26 a.m. Pacific. Okay? Yeah, this super full moon. So, Sunday night, the 18th, put out your crystals and all that. But this is a time for unexpected and change. This is the time for freedom, liberation, rebellion. Right? This is the time for sovereignty and integrity. There's a lot. We got a lot to talk about. So, okay. The Leo sun and Aquarius moon. The Aquarius moon at 27 degrees, the lunar mansion behind it, is Jupiter. Expansion. The moon represents the people in a mundane chart. Aquarius is about freedom, liberation, rebellion. Weird, bizarre, unique energy. The Leo sun is about the politician, the entertainer. And the lunar mansion behind that is the sun. So it's exalted, super exalted. It's at home, but it's, really exalted there with that lunar mansion behind it. Uranus is at 27 degrees, okay? We've got 5 planets retrograde: Chiron, Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune. Mercury is in this T-square because Mercury is at 26 degrees retrograde in Leo. Then we've got the Mutable T-Square with Venus and Black Moon Lilith opposing Saturn in Pisces retrograde, squaring Jupiter in Gemini. Mars is conjunct Gemini, it's conjunct Jupiter in Gemini, coming off the exact conjunction on August 14th. There's more. We also have Ceres, the goddess of harvest, in Capricorn for the Cardinal T-Square to the Aries North Node at 7 degrees and the Libra South Node at 7 degrees. And Ceres, the goddess of harvest, Capricorn, is how we, it's about our grains, our food. It's also how we want to be nurtured and cared for, and how we nurture and care for others. Squaring the nodes. The I versus the we. So when I'm laying all this out for you and bring up the chart, we're talking about themes of integrity, of sovereignty, of freedom, of liberation, of unexpected events, of rebellion, right? We still got stuff going on with Gaza and Palestine and Israel, Ukraine and Russia, the elections in Venezuela, the elections in America, right? We just had the big change in England, and there's a lot of race wars and riots in England and the EU. So we are getting ready for really August, September, October, November. The next 4 months, adios mijo Lucy, it is going to bring change. It is going to be hectic and chaotic. It is nothing to fear. This is what we are here for. This is about the awakening, the 5th dimension. This is about the ascension. This is about really existing in our truth. Now, when you're dealing with the Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus with Lilith, it's about examining the healthcare system, our nutrition, the pharmaceuticals, right? That cardinal stuff is about us growing our food, being brave and courageous, independent, right? Being nurtured and cared for, and understanding that we cannot rely on the governments. We have to have fairness and justice, peace and harmony, and connect with the right people. But at the same time, we've got to be independent. We've got to be the pioneer mavericks of our own lives. How are we being brave and courageous? The Aquarius full moon, super full moon, it is going to have us examine in this T-Square to Uranus and the Leo sun, I mean, it is really having us really tap into a lot of unexpected events, potential chaos, Kundalini awakenings, right? Kundalini activations, the pushing the envelope to have freedom and liberation. There are going to be a lot of protests in Chicago, in the state of Illinois, and they're already like clearing up areas and saying you can't go here, can't go there for the Democratic Convention. A lot of people feel like, hey, she was never voted into this position. They waited so late and everybody just ushered her in. And a lot of people, like when she ran for president, Kamala, that she couldn't even make it, past, I don't know, the first primary or two, past Iowa, right? I mean, she was out of the race pretty quickly. People feel they've got issues with Trump and Vance, and, even the governor from Minnesota, her vice president, people feel that he is pretty rebellious in some of the things he speaks about in terms of Minnesota and Minneapolis and law and order and this and that and back and forth with him and Trump and the voice recording, and Trump was happy with how he dealt with George Floyd, and none of this stuff matters. None of it really matters to me, but I have to share this with you to explain kind of what we're dealing with here. Because when Uranus is in the T-Square, and Uranus is the modern ruler of the Aquarius super full moon, Taurus is our values, our self-worth, the throat chakra, but the financial systems. We've already had a big hit. A hit to the stock market, a hit to crypto. Financial issues everywhere, China, Japan, England. I wonder if this full moon is going to be taking us down a road where we, one, may not have an election. Two, we're really in a recession. They have not, the Federal Reserve is going to wait till September. They should have already done it. They miscalculated, but brought down the interest rate. We've got to understand that we have to be sovereign. We have to be spiritually disciplined. We have to stand in our integrity. We have to find and build community. We have to build our food supply. We have to get ready and be prepared for real barter and trade systems. Expect the unexpected. Expect some real issues, some revelations around health and the pharmaceuticals, some truth and some restrictions and rules and regulations that can be brought up or imposed upon us right after this full moon. When you're dealing with Mars conjunct Jupiter and Gemini, and the Jupiter squaring the Venus and the Saturn, that is dealing with analyzing and assessing our health and analyzing and assessing, pharmaceutical and, vaccinations and things with because we're also bringing in Eris in Leo, right? Which is about creating discord to get to a higher truth of spiritual awakening, trining the Leo sun. So you already know this is on Trump's ascendant. He's going to be talking smack during the Democratic convention on X or Twitter or whatever, you know what I mean? But none of that matters to me, because as we are looking about us as the collective and our role in terms of having our spiritual discipline, demanding sovereignty, integrity, and spiritual freedom, not just from candidates, but from world leaders, but from our own self, our groups, the groups we connect with. Who are we building this new reality and this new spiritual reality and future with? Venus opposing Saturn can crumble a relationship that's weak, or can really solidify more, I don't want to just say relationships, but more about our relationship to health, our gut, how we are analytical and logical and practical about our finances. This is a powerful super full moon. And yes, we're going to have more extreme weather, more droughts, flooding, fires. And the fact that this is all tapping into Trump, Kamala, and the USA chart, strap your boots on. The Democratic convention, anything can go down, and we could see some huge protests and changes. Unfortunately, another school was destroyed and bombed. Over, 80 people dead. Kamala's calling for a ceasefire. There have been calls forever. Nothing's happened. We need peace in the whole world, right? Got to keep an eye on Russia and Iran, China. But what do you need to do for this full moon? Well, Leo, we're coming off the Lion's Gate. Leo's about the heart. Leo is about being the regal king and queen of your own lives, being generous, dynamic, and dramatic. Aquarius is about freedom and liberation, being weird, innovative, but being futuristic, the vanguard, unconventional, pushing the envelope. It's about power to the people. And yes, Pluto is still at 0 degrees retrograde during this full moon. Pisces is still, Neptune is still at the 29th anaretic critical degree retrograde. Saturn is moved to the 17th degree retrograde. There are going to be some more restrictions and things that can be implemented, and really just taking away some of your freedoms to communicate and talk over the technology, the social media. That's the Saturn, Jupiter, Venus thing right there. And you're going to see some different things about AI in the music and film industry probably as well. And also maybe some medical advancements. Because what all this is about, you guys, is that we have to really understand that we are walking into a new age, and it's bumpy and it's ugly, and don't fear that this is not the end of the world. This is the end of the old world, the Piscean age, and coming really into a new age of truth, of power to the people, of decentralized currencies and financial structures, new inventions in travel and flight and health. Oh yeah. And meeting our friends and neighbors. Understanding that, yeah, the Anunnaki, the Greys, the reptilians, aliens and UFOs are real. It's not just fallen angels. So whether they're already here in, inner Earth or coming from above, it's bingo time, but this Aquarius Super Full Moon, expect the unexpected, but expect to walk in your sovereignty, being your true authentic self, because that's the Leo Aquarius axis, and really standing on your square, because we got a bunch of them here, 3 T-squares, cardinal, mutable, and fixed, standing on your square of integrity. So I said a mouthful. Let's get to the chart so you can see this Aquarius Super Full Moon. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Pew. So here's the chart, good people, for this Aquarius Super Full Moon. We're looking on the West Coast, 11:26 a.m., 2:26 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, no accidents, Scorpio rising. Love it, love it, love it. And actually, Pallas Athena is kind of in here with this T-square to make it a fixed cross, right? So you're dealing with the Aquarius Super Full Moon, okay? 27 degrees, 15 minutes, in the 4th house of home. Remember, America's chart is a Sagittarius rising, so this will be in the 3rd house of the local community of the freedom and liberation and protests that we will see probably that night at the convention and that day for the Democratic Convention on Monday, okay? We're dealing with the Leo sun in public, right? The public image, right? And remember, Kamala is the Gemini rising, Mars, Jupiter on her ascendant, and dealing with the Aries moon and Libra sun, with Trump having that Gemini sun and the and the Leo ascendant, right? I forgot his moon. But America's moon is the Aquarius moon. So, here's the Leo sun in the 10th house, the government, the authority, right? Conjunct Mercury Retrograde. So we're still, with the 5 retrogrades, we're still analyzing and assessing. We have to, in a weird way at this time, spiritually, we need to mind our business and focus on our heart chakra and really being and walking in to our own sovereignty and being our true authentic selves. That's the work that we need to do at this time, the breath work. We need to connect with our tribe, our people, our friends. Venus and Virgo, right? And you're dealing with the Lilith back in Virgo, right? Because it's dancing in Libra now, but Juno and the South Node are here. But having the Lilith conjunct Venus, right? We're dealing with this divine feminine archetype, and Aries in Aries trining the Leo sun. So those 2 energies are in play in this story, okay? And Venus is not exact in a trine to Uranus and Taurus. It's 6 degrees off, but there's something about awakening the divine feminine at this time, and obviously Sedna in Gemini is speaking to that grandmother archetype, right? But awakening of the divine feminine. And this is interesting, right? We're having all this controversy from the Olympics and, transgender athletes and all this stuff. And, I'm not going to make any analysis or judgments about it, but there is maybe a need or a thought where women have got to stand up for womanhood and what a woman is, before that is still on attack or onslaught, right? I have respect for everybody, so I'm not judging trans women or trans men or any of that. But I think, we can't ignore the truth of what a man is and what a woman is. If you change, right, then you're making a change. But in terms of, a woman is a woman, a man is a man. Okay? The biology, we can never change that. You can have surgeries and procedures, but you're still not changing what you were born with. So there was debates with that boxer and the chromosomes and conditions and genetic disorders, all this stuff. And congrats to America, the men and women basketball, and so many gold medals. I think they came in first place with the gold medal. I didn't see the final standings, but Olympics end today as I'm recording this. But what's important is that Mars-Jupiter conjunction, this is where you can, really assert and initiate the communication, the skills and self-efforts. That will be a big energy for the Democratic Convention for Kamala on the ascendant. But I think when we're looking at this, this moon, we're also having Mars getting closer to, it's not in the trine, but getting closer to trining this Aquarius moon and sextiling the Leo sun. But when you're dealing with the T-square that's fixed, Uranus, Sun, Moon, you're dealing with the T-square of Venus, Jupiter, Saturn. Restrictions about your beliefs or your, delaying things in terms of your communication on social media, entertainment, artificial intelligence. Really trying to control and manipulate and infiltrate the entertainment industry, especially in the music industry. Screen Actors Guild, we went on strike to protest and get certain rights. The music industry doesn't have that. So that's going to be a big thing. And dealing with the medicines and pharmaceuticals, okay? But then the T-square with Aries, Libra, and Capricorn, And when you're dealing with Ceres, the goddess of harvest, that was there in January 2020 with the Great Conjunction, this is dealing with our food supply. So understand this is under attack worldwide, right? From, power brokers and people buying up farmland and appeal with Bill Gates and all that foolishness. We're also dealing with it where governments are trying to restrict people from growing their own food, especially in Europe and foreign lands. Don't forget that this T-square is still activated by Uranus and Algo, right, in Taurus. So you're still seeing where leaders, and sudden unexpected events with leaders. There's a lot of protests and people don't feel that it was just the elections in Venezuela, that the dictator didn't really win. So, this is where we really have to have an open mind and pay attention to what's at stake for us, the citizens, the humanity, the human beings, compared to the power brokers, right? To the BlackRocks and State Street and Vanguards, to the conglomerates of Fortune 500 companies and CEOs, right? But are we getting any relief with real estate, food prices? No. And there's so many issues about this Saturn, Venus, Jupiter. This is dealing with a lot with immigration and restrictions, walls and boundaries. Well, we have to have healthy boundaries in our own lives. We have to have compassion, empathy, grace, and mercy for ourselves first, then our loved ones and neighbors. I can see where we should have a world with no boundaries. But when you have different things being given to different people who've never paid tax in a nation or a country, and citizens who have built this country who still have not gotten reparations, people have rights to be upset or angry when all of a sudden new people or immigrants are getting stipends and money and checks and free healthcare and all these things, and then citizens are not getting the same thing. The homelessness in America is out of control. So with this moon and with this energy and these T-squares in the mutable, cardinal, and fixed signs, anything is on the table. And remember, it's the 2 weeks before, the 2 weeks after, and this will take us up to the 6 months after to the Aquarius new moon in February 2025. You will see these things play out, right? As on January 20th, a new president will be entering into the White House, Inauguration Day, which used to be in March for the grand air trine of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you don't know, now you know. I believe it used to be March 3rd or 4th. So just be mindful of, your responsibility is to be a true speaker and a true seeker, to really focus on the people and humanity, and really to have integrity and be sovereign, not to be deceived by the illusions of the media anymore. Sagittarius rising, America's chart, Saturn and Neptune in the 4th house, retrograde of the television. At some point, you have to choose not to be the NPC, right? And just stay in a cognitive dissonance and the brainwashing. You've dealt with truth on top of lie, on top of truth, on top of lie for so long that when even the truth is revealed to you in something silly like a cartoon in The Simpsons, you can't accept it or even see it with the predictive programming. These veils are falling away. It can be scary for many of you when you are reliant on the media and the government as your daddy. The New York Times, Wall Street Journal, CNN, Fox, CBS, ABC, NBC as your daddy. God's source creator and God consciousness is within. This is the time for us as the collective for deep introspection, deep meditation, finding our own North Star, our own integrity, sovereignty, and truth, because that is what is going to keep us and set us free, not these structures and systems that are dissipating, being destroyed and crumbled, some because it's time, some intentionally. Who are you? Are you choosing to stay asleep? Are you realizing that people are not just conspiracy theorists? That term is a term in your lexicon because they created it after the Kennedy assassination. You have to think for yourself. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the group, right? Think about this 11th house, with the Virgo, with the Venus and Lilith here. We have got to check into our intuition for our own hopes and dreams, for our own groups and organizations. Seeing through the veils of nonprofits, environmental, and, different groups supposedly raising money for these hurricanes and storms and where can we create the reality that we can change this world for the good forever? And that comes in community. That comes in integrity. That comes in truth. That comes in power to the people. This Aquarius Super Full Moon is to awaken and bring huge karmic shifts to our reality. Because from now, August 19th to first, second week of February, we are going to experience tremendous shifts and changes in America and in the world that we'll never go back to. We're going to have a lot of news, new information, new existence, new money, new structures, new systems, new technology, new flight, new health, new growing of food, new artificial intelligence, new this, new jobs, new structures, new systems. Are you ready for the new? Even the Mercury Retrograde conjunct the Leo Sun. Are we being introspective enough? Are we being still and quiet enough? Are we avoiding the noise and the top-down government oppressing over the people? Don't think only communist nations are oppressing the people. You're oppressed here in America. You're oppressed in Canada. You're oppressed in England and France. You're manipulated every day. Wake up. Ring the alarm. The truth is waiting. Oh, hey. So I wish nothing but the best. I know that everything is going to be good. I know that we're going to go through a lot of chaos, upheaval, revolution, and change. No, this is not the end of the world. No, this is not civil war. And as far as World War III, that's already been going on for years. It's spiritual warfare, people. Pay attention. Wake up. Vibrate from your heart chakra. Know that there's 13 chakras, not just 7. You have to change your belief systems. And get ready for a lot of unexpected changes and new realities. This is a powerful super full moon. Listen to the Aries North Node. Listen to the true black moon Lilith and Virgo. Check in with your gut instinct, your root chakra. Analyze and assess your finances and relationships. Diversify your funds. Change phonically your language. You're not mourning anything. It's grand rising. Take time for juicing and intermittent fasting. Stop eating all of the meat and getting all that mucus and putting dead flesh energetically into your body. Don't eat fake foods. We are electric magnetic beings. We are the star seeds. We are here for this time. Your soul, it needs to remember and awaken. That's why you need a book of birth chart reading with me. That's why you need to learn the ancient knowledge from the mystery schools. That's why it's coming up so strong now. The astrology, the tarot, the human design, the gematria, the soul contracts, the Kabbalah, the numerology. It is here to help you awaken and to make your life more prosperous, more peaceful, more better, baby. Nothing is perfect. You can't escape certain events. We go through the cycle of life. We are born. Hopefully you live. Hopefully you awaken. And you die and ascend, hopefully. It's time for love. This chart is pushing you karmically, aggressively, to awaken and exist from your heart chakra. You don't even know what freedom and liberation is because you've never lived it and experienced it. You have no clue. In America, England, France, China, Russia, India, it doesn't matter. The last time you were free was when you were in your mother's womb. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's be real. Knowledge is love. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm a true speaker. Second album, complete. And my first two albums did predict pretty much everything that's been happening since 2012 to now. Not bragging, just sharing the truth. Listen, there's no more time for games. Uranus and Taurus, we're going to continue to have fluctuations. You need to be prepared for the internet or the power grid to go out. You need to be prepared for a food shortage. You need to be prepared for pandemic part 2. You need to be prepared for meeting aliens. You need to be prepared for being uncomfortable and changing so God can perform the miracles in your life and that you can awaken your heart and soul and vibrate from your heart chakra and exist in truth. You need to be prepared for your own awakening and your Kundalini awakening or activation. You need to activate your pineal gland and your third eye. You need to meditate. You need to breathe. You need to walk. You need to eat cleaner and better. You need to be in peace, love, and harmony. And gratitude, joy, love, and authenticity. This Aquarius Super Full Moon. Aquarius is emotionally detached. It's not warm and fuzzy. It's stubborn. It's arrogant. It's about freedom and liberation, but it's like, I'm going to go to the left. If you like to follow me, you can join me, but I'm doing what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to connect with my tribe group of people to be walking with the Virgo Black Moon Lilith and the Aries North Node. Have that Virgo brain with the Aries action. That's what you need right now. Be brave and courageous and initiate, but analyze and assess and use your second brain, your gut, for your intuition to guide you properly around your finances, relationships, around your values and self-worth, about your internal truth. What do my favorite groups say? All we want in this life is peace, prosperity, and a little paper. Objects, they seem greater, but I'm sure we overcome when we're yelling on the drum. Yeah. Right? And I told you, I got a hip-hop heart and a hip-hop soul. Hip-hop will always take control. Kick it for the kids and the brothers doing bids. 'Cause hip-hop is where I live. 'Cause hip-hop is where I live. Come on, y'all. We're better than this. We don't need to kill one another. We don't need to see starving men and women and children on the streets. We don't need war. We don't need none of this. We need love, peace, harmony, freedom, and liberation. We need truth. We need free energy. We need barter and trade. We need free healthcare. We need humanity. We need our government not to poison us with fluoride and toxins all over the place in our food and body and skincare and for God's sakes, women's tampons. And I mean, come on. They've been attacking the divine feminine in women forever. That is over. The skincare, the body care. That's why I tell you about SabalayPure.com, SABALI Pure.com, my wife's products. I got the brother coming on, Joseph, Life the Plant Way, because you need the essential oils and the herbs. You need to do a detox for parasites because the rest of the world does it 2-3 times a year. And Americans are so foolish, they don't even do it once in a lifetime. Yeah. So, we got this. But challenge yourself. Stop being lazy. Stop tapping into your primal carnal energy. You feel a little hunger. It doesn't mean you got to go throw some food down your mouth and in your belly. You need to delay your gratification. You need to do some fasting. You need to wake up in the morning and drink your hot lemon water with some salt or cayenne pepper and cleanse. You need to eat with the circadian rhythms of the sun. You have to stop. Well, I only do this. I only do. Oh, this is how I grew up. Stop. Stop being lazy mentally. Aren't you tired of yourself? Do the work. I've done it and I'm still doing it. I'm working on healing Erica's 7 years old, like as I shared in my podcast the other night. I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone. I'm saying that I'm trying to master myself, my brain, my heart, my soul, to evolve, to be the best version of myself in this lifetime, which my soul has remembered and has awakened to be. And it's through deep introspection. It's through an open heart chakra. It's through an open third eye. It's through seeing the divine revelation and truth. It's seeing through the veils of religion. And yes, I still love Yeshua. Astrology and numerology are all in the Bible, Torah, and the Quran. It's time. It's time to awaken and be the regal kings and queens that we're supposed to be. This Aquarius Super Full Moon, it is the lunar mansions opposing each other or Jupiter and the sun. It is time to be the guru shaman and the king of your life. It is time to awaken your heart chakra. It is time to be your true authentic self. It is time to embrace the unexpected changes and to have no fear. I love you. All right? Aquarius Super Full Moon is deep, y'all. You see it. You see the Virgo, Venus, Jupiter, Gemini, Saturn, Pisces T-Square. You see the Aries North Node, Libra South Node, Ceres got us a Harvest T-Square. You see the Aquarius Super Full Moon, the Leo Sun, the Uranus Taurus T-Square. You see karmic, unexpected, powerful changes coming. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Aquarius Super Full Moon. Peace. Pew. That's it. Aquarius Super Full Moon, Monday, August 19th. Augusto, right before Virgo season, still the 5 planets retrograde: Chiron, Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, a fixed T-square, Sun, Moon, Uranus, a Cardinal T-Square, North Node, South Node, and Ceres, Goddess of Harvest, a Mutable T-Square, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. Are you seeing the patterns? Are you ready to embrace the unexpected changes? Are you open and ready to be uncomfortable so that you can grow and go with the flow of G-O-D, yo? No more excuses, no more holding on to the past of who you used to be. Be open to being the new you. Who you? The new you. I do. I love you. All right. Enjoy. All right. And wow. Hope I see you before the Aquarius Super Full Moon and Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric. Friday, August 16th, 70 minutes, $11. Book it at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. Kamala Harris's birth chart. Leo birth chart sale to August 21st, 104-203, BigEAstrology@gmail.com, or the new email, eric@BigEAstrology.com. And enjoy this Aquarius Super Full Moon. And don't be fixed, mutable, or cardinal. Just be authentically you, vibrating from your heart chakra with joy and gratitude, and know that being your true authentic self with spiritual discipline is the roadmap for freedom and liberation and for ascension to the 5th dimension, to being the best version of yourself. And if you need help and assistance, BigEAstrology.com or eric@BigEAstrology.com. Email me, book services. I'm here. Like, share, subscribe, share this video for the Aquarius Super Full Moon. 2:26 p.m. Eastern on Monday, August 19th. Put out your crystals and your moon water. It's a super full moon, so it's closer to the earth. Put that out Sunday night and get ready for a big, big, big Aquarius Super Full Moon on Monday, August 19th. Eric Taylor, I love you. BigEAstrology. It's at 27 degrees. That's a 9. That's completion. You got it. You're getting it from E Complete, BigEAstrology. God bless. Peace.